Hi, I just finished reading The King's Men, which is the final book in the All for the Game trilogy, and I'm gonna be talking about it right now with my washing machine going in the background. I hope it's not too loud. So, this book was alright, I guess. And I would say that about the series as a whole. It had parts that were so silly and dumb that I was really getting into it. I was laughing at it, but it was an enjoyable type of laughter. It wasn't mean spirited or harsh or anything. I was getting into it. It was dumb, but it was enjoyably dumb. However, it takes itself just a bit too seriously, especially in the final book. Yeah, the villains are gangsters, and realistically, people who work in organized crime are pretty nasty, and they do some pretty nasty things, but when you describe that sort of thing in explicit detail, it does sort of drag the whole thing back to reality. And then I start noticing logical inconsistencies, and I start wondering, well, why would people act like this at all? It's just, it's silly, but it's not silly enough. The books really just needed to commit to being dumb. They just didn't quite commit enough. And on top of that, it's just kind of weird how the climax was based more around the totally not lacrosse sport that they're all playing instead of being based around, you know, the life and death situations involving organized crime, which the whole books have. That's been going on in the background. The sport drama stuff is supposed to just be set dressing for the real plot. At least that's the vibe I was getting. But then the climax is really just about sports stuff, and I don't know, it just didn't quite work for me. It wasn't bad, I just thought it was okay.